Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hop, and it's Sunday, July 19th, 2020. Thank you so much for joining me, every single one of you. If you're coming back, thank you so very much for the likes, the subscribes, the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. You're my intrepid listeners. You're my tribe. And I really, really am grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you for allowing this podcast to little by little grow and grow and grow. I appreciate it. You might have heard just then I have a bottle of water with me. And it just kind of popped a little bit. So you might hear that a little bit today. And for those of you who are new, thank you so much. Please check out my website at lisahop.com. That's LISAHOPP.com. And it'll tell you all about me, my services, the small books that I've written, and eventually, again, upcoming events and new services that I'm going to be offering. So please check it out. And there is a button at the bottom of the homepage to sign up for newsletters. Please do that so that you can stay informed. And also, I am on Facebook under my name, Spiritual Coach Lisa Hop. Please go and like and subscribe and follow there, because that also lists all of the upcoming events and such. And once again, thank you. So this topic this week, I pick a topic a week, and you know, intrepid listeners that come back every week, that I usually wait to the last minute to pick my topic. Sometimes I'm lying in bed and I come up with it on Sunday morning. But this week's topic, it came to me actually, it started last Sunday. And it's been showing itself all week long in some way. In such a way that I feel like it was almost divine. It was synchronicity in how it presented itself. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about me. And when you're not good enough and I'm not good enough for someone. Now I'm going to be truthful with you. That's a false statement. There's no truth in what I just said to you. Because you're never not good enough. But it's a wonderful clickbait title, isn't it? It got you in here. Because we all can connect with it. Every single one of us, even if you think a person has everything, has been handed everything, has won all the awards, has the EGOT, lives in Beverly Hills, they will tell you that there is at least one moment in their life when they weren't good enough for someone. It is a reality of our feelings, of our beliefs. But I want to try and help you out with that today. Let's start from the beginning. Let's go right back to Genesis. Well, no, not really. The spiritual fact is, we are all created in the image and likeness of a greater energy. Some know that greater energy is universe or source or God or Father or Yahweh. However you know it, and there's no wrong way to know it. You came from that source. I came from that source. Some would say we're even stars initially. I tend to think of us as balls of energy, created from the energy from the universe, part of the one, of the whole, but also individual in our own way. And we all started because of a desire, an experiment, a moment of thought becoming actual matter. Whether you know it as a Big Bang or something that happened over time. We were all created by thought. We were all created by the intention of creation. But we extraordinary souls decided that we wanted to kick it up a notch, and we wanted to put ourselves into a physical body to inhabit most likely this earth. Though some of us have come to this earth experiencing other galaxies and other planets, I tend to think most of us have had many experiences here on earth. So why would we do that? Because in experiencing this earth, we get to create and expand and enlarge and grow in a way that we couldn't get it done in the heavenly dimension. Because you see, the heavenly dimension is love. It's pure love. It's instant manifestation. It's all wisdom. It's all knowledge. But when we decide to be born here, this physical body, it gives us a conscious mind rather than just a subconscious mind. It gives us an ego rather than an overall mind that has that connection to quantum physics and wisdom. It gives us senses so we can experience fear and we can experience emotions. In heaven we only experience love, perhaps a tinge sometimes of needing resilience when we're in heaven helping those we love on earth, but for the most part we just experience love. But here we get all kinds of things to experience. And it's very much a boot camp, isn't it? It can be incredibly hard. This is quite a year, isn't it? Where we're being inundated constantly with senses, with experiences, with emotions, with our shadow side coming out, with the shadow side of others coming out. So with these senses that we're given, with our physical body, that we're packed with, a bit of baggage, if you will. Even though we have all this, we still innately have, still within us, that core, that light, that energy. It's there. It's found truly in your abdomen area, in your what is known as your solar plexus area. And it's also seen through your eyes. The soul is seen through the eyes. It is a part of us. We are literally a spiritual being that has decided to have a human experience. So when we come with all of these senses, when we're born, we come still connected to heaven, able to see, no veil is separating us. That's why babies can see spirit and wave at them in the corner. We come also, by the way, with a sense of our own worth. We know we're good enough. Notice a baby doesn't mind telling you when it's hungry, telling you when it needs something. They're very demanding because they know they're worthy, they know they're deserving. They're still very much that spiritual being that knows only higher energy. But then we acclimate ourselves to this earth, and our senses start to take over more and more and more. And we start to form relationships with people. Not just a relationship that we form with our mother in the womb. That's a bit intimate. But we form relationships with our mother on the outside the womb, with our father, if he's there. And not to say not picking on dads. Sometimes mom ends up not being there too. But We form relationships with siblings, with aunts, with uncles, with friends that come over, anybody who crosses our path. Eventually, we grow to go to school where we form relationships with teachers and counselors and children our own age. And so, this being that comes here and has that warm, intimate connection with heaven and still feels all the worth that it felt in heaven is now picking up all the stuff that everybody else has, that they've acquired. We acquire our mother's fears, our mother's prejudices, biases, let's put it that way. We'll pick up her stress. We'll pick up her feelings of insecurity. If our mother has low self-esteem, we pick it up. We might pick up our father's feelings of inadequacy as a father. We may pick up his fears. We may pick up his stress from work. We start to sense when people favor people. Maybe somebody around us favors a sibling of ours over us. We don't understand why. But it'll make us feel inadequate. It'll make us feel not good enough. Perhaps we'll feel that we're not good enough. Maybe we can feel our mothers didn't want us, so we feel not good enough. Because maybe she had fear in having us, or we're not wanted by our father. And so all of these things inundate us when we're born. Not at first. At first we're in our own little bubble, still very much of heaven. But then as we adjust to earth, our physical senses grow stronger and stronger and stronger. And our very antennas pick up all that's around us in every way. But still within us is the desire and the search for that ideal that we came from, that we are all connected as one, that we are all love, connected to love, unconditionally loved, unconditionally accepted. We know that. We know that inherently as our birthright, the birthright of our soul. Our soul, when it was created, only knew oneness, only knew love, only knew perfection. And this will be incredibly hard for you to believe, and I say it quite often in my podcast. We are seen as perfect because of our soul. We are seen as perfect by our Creator. They love us unconditionally. They love us as a perfect parent would love its child. So we expect that. We expect that from our parents. We expect that love. We expect that divine, almighty, unrelentless, unconditional, accepting, joyful love. We expect it. We expect it out of those that we entrust to take care of us, to feed us, to clothe us, to bathe us. We expect it. And when it doesn't happen fully, it affects us. It will define in some way our perceptions and beliefs about ourselves. And then we start to grow and we start to desire relationships, not just friendships, but those of the romantic kind. And how many of you listening, all of you listening, have had the unrequited feelings, the unrequited crush or love? It is not good, is it? And it's painful because we know we came from a place our gut knows that we should expect to have it. So why are we not sometimes good enough for some people? Why is it sometimes we cannot love someone enough for them to love us back the way that we know inherently with our gut and our soul that we deserve to be loved? Why can't we expect sometimes that our mother and father will love us the way our Creator does? Why would somebody not see us as equal to another when we are all created in the image and likeness inherently within of this universal force? It is the greatest pain. Yes, losing someone, a child, a parent, is great pain. But when you give all of yourself to someone, when you're just being you, when you're enjoying life, when you're laughing, when you want to give, when you want to have fun, when you want to have a great life experience, and people don't want you to be you, and they don't want you to be like that, and they don't want to be loving towards you, and they don't want to be kind. It is incredibly painful. So what can you do about it? Because while it may sound easy to say to you, and so simple, just remember where you came from. Remember who you are. You are a powerful, unlimited being. And you have a physical body that confuses you. And you have other physical bodies around you that confuse you. But inherently who you are is a strong, powerful, unlimited being who is perfect and is seen as perfect. So what can you do about these humans that don't know that? Well, I'll tell you first and foremost, they probably do know that you are perfect. And how people treat us is how truly they see themselves and how they view themselves. A person who doesn't love themselves cannot give love to you. A person who has not known enough love in their lives doesn't have it to give it. A person who lives in fear cannot help you not to have fear. Did I say that right? A person who lives in fear cannot help you to be fearless. Had to repeat that just in case. A person who looks in the mirror and doesn't love what they see cannot help you to love what you see. They don't have it in them. They don't have the ability because it wasn't given to them. And I'm going to give you a hard truth. It's not their job. It's not their job to make you feel perfect. It's not their job to make you feel loved. It's not their job to give you security. It's their job to fix themselves. It's their job to try and learn to love themselves. And your job is you. And that's why you're here. That's why we're all here. to figure it out. How do we bring heaven's love to earth? That's what we're trying to do through the experiment of being human. And it's happening in extreme ways right now, through all of us having to experience our own dark shadows and all the healing from the past that hasn't taken place. We carry around the sins and the karma of our ancestors, and we're trying to figure out as the next generation how to get heaven to earth, as they try to figure out how to get heaven to earth. And it will be done. It can be done, and it will be done, and it's in the process of getting done. But that's what it's all about. So how do you bring love to earth? You can't love another human being enough to get what you would expect from them. To bring heaven to earth, you cannot have expectations of another. It's hard. You cannot expect another to love you enough to feel lovable. The way to get heaven to earth is to love another unconditionally, accepting as God, Source, Universe loves you. You must be heaven on earth in physical form. You must love someone no matter who they are to you. And it's hard, isn't it? Because some people aren't likable. But we are all supposed to figure out how to love each other in such a way that it is heaven on earth, that it is holy, that it is godly. Does that mean that you are supposed to settle with someone? Does that mean that your happiness doesn't matter? Absolutely not. Because you see, the greatest love starts with self. Your heavenly, godly, holy love starts with you. The next time you look in the mirror, say to yourself, I am enough. And then when you get used to that, say, I am more than enough. And if you can write it on the mirror, do it. If you can leave a note all around for you saying, I am enough, that is perfect. And treat yourself the way you deserve to be treated. And you know how you deserve to be treated inside of you at your core. Like the lovable being that you are. Treat yourself the way you wish others to treat you. Define your parameters. Run your relationships. Choose who you're going to have around you. But send love to everyone. You can energetically love everyone, but still keep your bubble small. Honor yourself with your spoken thoughts and your spoken words. walk around like the goddess and God that you are. That's first. Send out that love, secondly, to those around you. And if you have to, you release someone with love. In every way, be loving. And when you have moments, when you do expect, when you are disappointed, when you are hurt, love yourself more. How do you do that? Kindness to self, communication, acknowledgement. Don't bury it. Don't try to be a good girl or a great guy. It's okay to say, I'm having a bad day, but I'm going to pick up the pieces and I'm going to start again. And I'm going to get back to who I truly am. It is hard to be in this world with our physical senses. But it gets easier when you can see around you that everybody is just living their own life and going through their own story. And they're all where they are. And you can try and understand, but you can't understand it fully. And how someone treats you has nothing to do with you. And I probably repeated that, but it's worth repeating. I posted a video this week of me at 17 years old. And I posted it because it was part of the healing work I did this week. I accidentally discovered it this week, and I watched it, and it was a great healing moment. It gave me the opportunity to really give love and appreciation to this young girl with her big glasses and her chubby face, and I reconnected with her, and in so many ways, but I reconnected with her in a way to understand her and to just love her so much more than I did when I was 17. And in that video, there was particularly someone that was not a very nice person. And I had a reaction to this person. I made a face. I still want to be honest. But whenever I do that, whenever I have a reaction to someone which isn't pleasant, I immediately go to work on it. And I came to not really an aha, but the wise knowing immediately that how she treated me and how she was even on that tape showed her story. It was about her. It was about her massive insecurity, her need for love, her need to feel important, to feel that she mattered. And I was collateral damage, as perhaps others were too. And I can understand that now. And did I deserve for her to be cruel to me and mean. No, I didn't deserve it, but I also didn't cause it. And she probably didn't cause it through her life experience. She was the definition of what she had experienced. And I knew a little bit of her at the time of what she had experienced. But a 17-year-old girl isn't wise enough usually, at least I wasn't, to be able to piece together that maybe there's a connection between her Stony End start and how she treats people. I know there is now. Sometimes the people that come into our lives before they met us had very bumpy rides, had betrayals and losses, hurts, disappointments, neglect, abuse. And we get all of that when they arrive. We get the fallout from that. But we're in their lives for a reason. Everybody who's in your life is in your life for a reason. You're either supposed to help them or they're supposed to teach you. You've asked for them in some way. That's truth. And they've asked for you too. And we're all just trying to figure out how to love each other. And the person that is the worst, those people on this earth that are the most racist or the most bigoted or the most cruelest or the biggest bully are screaming for love the most. Do we have to put up with the bully? No. You should always have power over a bully. Because bullies back down when you stand up to them. But you can still send them love. You should not deal with a bully by being a bully. You can stand up to them, but do it lovingly. It comes down to being who you truly are. And maybe I'm talking a bit too metaphysical today. Feeling metaphysical on this Sunday. Maybe I should have spoke simpler, but the point is that when anybody in your life, whether they be a family member, a friend, a coworker, a spouse, a child, whenever they make you feel that you're not good enough, that you're lesser than them, they're only mirroring to you that they feel that way. And the only way that you can heal that is to love them after you love yourself. Love you, love them, and then set the parameters of your relationships. Love isn't sacrificial. Love isn't settling. Love is generous. It is unconditional. It is, I want to repeat, unconditional. You give it, and then you don't expect it back. But when you give it unconditionally, you get it back at least 10 times over. So you get it, but you can't give it conditionally to get it. Did you follow me there? I often giggle at myself, as you know. And so, it's the key to everything, love. I would say that to you every week. It's the key to everything. So today, on this Sunday, today is your day to walk around like the empowered, massive, unlimited, magnificent being that you are. I want you to walk around with a crown on your head, either literally or symbolically. But I want you to wear it. And I want you to treat everyone in your life as if you feel that love and appreciation for yourself. Because if you feel love and appreciation for yourself, you'll very easily treat everyone around you kindly and generously. And when someone reacts to you and doesn't want to appreciate it or wants to be negative, that means they're not ready to receive it. And that's okay. You keep being you. You be you. And eventually, you'll mellow them down. You'll whittle away at it. You'll woodpecker it out of them. You'll get through. Because love overcomes, love heals, love cures. When radical cancer cures happen, it's because the person gets to the most heightened state of love that is found in heaven. So there's nothing holding them back. There's no blocks. There's no ego. There's no fears. There's no worry. Because they're in that state of ecstasy. You stay in your state of ecstasy, and you will cure what's ailing everyone around you. It'll happen naturally. And you won't even be emotionally involved in it, because you'll be in such a state that you'll be happy and fulfilled anyway. So it'll be kind of like a win-win. Like, oh good, they're better. They like me more. They see what I'm worth now. Yay. I had that anyway. And the next wonderful thing about it all is that you enhance, inspire, and enlarge their life. You be giving them the greatest gift. So you're serving. By serving you, you're serving them. And that's also what it's all about. To get the energy of heaven to earth. When we're told to love our fellow man, that's not a bumper sticker. That's not just a Bible verse. That is a key to paradise. We've received the keys to the door, to the gate, to that wonderful energy, and experiencing it every day, and not having to have our physical body die to get there. We have, a lot of us, a very human quality, that we measure the love for ourselves by how others love us. I want to be very clear with you. It is completely 360 off. It is completely the wrong way. You have to reverse it. You have to go within to receive what's on the outside. Your divine self knows, love me and give out of my full tank to others. Your human self, comprised of your ego, says, they love me, then I'll give them love, and I'll feel love for me. Your divine self is correct. Your divine self is truth. Your divine self is eternal love. Your divine self is eternal. Become your divine self fully. Allow it to come out. Allow it to shine. It is okay to have a human moment, as I call them, but quickly grab, reverse, and get back to that fully empowered divine self. The divine self knows what you want, what you need. The divine self feels powerful, is secure, is safe, is prosperous, is healthy. See what you can do. Let's make it a project. For the next 21 days, I want you to devote yourself to being your divine self. Walk around like an unlimited being. Smile. Feel good. Take care of yourself. Find that balance. Do loving things only for yourself. Do loving things out of fun for others. Speak up for yourself when you need to. Generosity, kindness, gratitude. You will see such a difference if you can do it for 21 days. And when you go to slide back, when you go to want to complain about someone or to wish they're different or that they change, it's normal, it's human. Catch yourself and send them the love of the God within you. Love them like a perfect parent would. And know that if they are disappointing you, they need your love more than you need theirs. Will you try that with me? Well, I've talked to you for 43 minutes. I have kept you long enough on this beautiful Sunday. I hope, in some small way, that spoke to you. I'm a bit long-winded. I could talk to you all morning. But I honor your time, and I thank you for joining me. And I wish you many blessings, much love, much understanding. All that you would ask for, all that you deserve, I wish for you. I hope you'll join me next week. Remember, like, subscribe, share, follow. I would appreciate it so much. And if you have anything that you'd like to suggest or any questions about spirituality, please feel free to post. Because if I don't know it, I'll find out. Thank you again. Here's to a wonderful life. Many blessings.